After losing this game, what did you guys learn from it? Curry had a terrific game, but then it seemed like they put a lot of defense on him to slow him up. What do you take from this game, and how do you build from this going forward in game two?
Well, a great game for us. Hard-fought game. We knew coming in it would be a heck of a series. Give them credit. They made plays. They fought back. We were careless at times. But I thought it was a great game. And we are a young basketball team that will be better at the end of the day for playing against San Antonio Spurs. We're excited about this series. I thought I saw a lot of good things during the course of the game tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't close it.
Mark, Steph and Jared, and I think yourself said after Game 6, it'll never be an ending like that again. You guys are going to be better than that. Was this another case of that, or was it even worse? And did you think your guys panicked?
No, I tell you what, it was better. Because at the end of the day, we played against a championship team that fought back, that took the lead. We made plays. We took the lead. We continued to fight. We got stops. We went back and forth. I thought at the end of Game 6, we made mistake after mistake after mistake. Tonight, they made shots, and we made some plays. So I think it was totally different.
Yeah, Mark, did you ever think about taking Seth out to give him a blow? And do you feel like he really lost his legs late in the game?
No, he was great. He was great. I didn't think he lost his legs at all. We were able to, get him off the ball for a stretch, and put the ball in the hands of Jared Jack. So I didn't think he lost his legs at all.
I understand it's a young team and is going to grow from this, but if you're up 16, shouldn't you, with 4 minutes to go, shouldn't you win a game like this?
You should. But we're not the first team to lose a game like this. We will not be the last team. That doesn't mean we're going to accept it. We're going to get better. We will get better. I thought even down the stretch, in the process of losing the lead, we did some things that was good. At the end of the day, they made plays, and we didn't make enough. We made mistakes. But I like a lot of the things that I saw on the floor tonight. It's going to be a great series.
Yes. Klay Thompson fouled out of the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, the Spurs are able to, or Parker doesn't have that length on him anymore. The Spurs are able to cross-match a little bit more freely without punishing Parker in the post like Thompson was throughout the second half. How big is he as far as dictating matchups for the series?
How big is
Klay Thompson for dictating matchups for the series?
Well, after Klay fouled out, we had Harrison on him, and Harrison did a very good job. I thought a couple of times Tony was able to get into the thick and make some plays, but overall, I thought we did a very good job, on him. Forcing him 11 for 26, that's a lot of shots to get 28 points. He's a heck of a basketball player and a tall challenge. But I thought our guys did a good job of defending him and keeping a body on him.
Coach, you started Azili tonight. With their small lineup and the 41 minutes you got out of Jarrett, do you look to change your starting rotation next game, or is it too early to talk about that?
Well, we started off great. We got stops. We were able to, keep Tim Duncan out of the paint area. So I thought Festus gave us quality minutes.
Mark, can you explain what happened on the inbounds play to Manu that he was so wide open? Looked like there were maybe 3 guys trying to guard Tony, or?
No, it wasn't 3 guys. It was miscommunication. They were supposed to switch it, and our screen wasn't set, and 2 guys went with Diaw, and Manu slipped out of it. A breakdown defensively, and he got a wide open look out of it.
Mark, for most of the game, you're letting your team play through Spurs runs. I'm just wondering what you see in them that makes you feel confident to let things play out rather than call quick timeouts.
I believe in my guys, and they've been through a whole lot. They can handle adversity. They can handle tough stretches. At the end of the day, I called a couple of timeouts to stop it, but overall, I thought we were doing some good things. They made some plays, but we are not a team that's going to panic. And part of this is growing pains. So you learn how to finish ball games. You learn how to take care of the basketball. we work on it every single day. So I'm a guy that believes you don't just call a timeout to say what everybody out there already knows. We work on it. We're prepared. We made some mistakes.
Only 14 points in the fourth quarter. Was that just shots not going down, or did the Spurs do anything defensively that was different from what they were doing earlier?
They just played well. They just played well, and they made plays. And we got some good shots that we missed.
Coach, after Game 6, you had said you felt that was a case of God talking. I'm wondering if you felt that way again this evening, and if so, if you have a sense of what it is that God is trying to say to your team.
God talks to me every game, win, lose, or draw. We have tremendous conversations, and he tells me that this was a learning, a game to learn from, and I should be awfully proud of my guys. And I'm not just a front runner with God. I'm rolling with him till death do us part, and then I'm even rolling with him after that.
Obviously, you're being upbeat. You're seeing things you like. Was that locker room upbeat, or did you have to try to get them more upbeat after this incredible game?
Well, I got some great competitors in there, and truth be told, they're a little heads were down a little bit. They realized what took place tonight. This was a golden opportunity. But with that being said, they feel the same exact way that I feel right now. Some great things happen. We put ourselves in position to win a ball game, and there's no reason in our locker room holding their heads down, because at the end of the day, we came here to win a game, and we got game 2 coming up, and we've seen enough things in tonight's game that tells me that could happen.
Great. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Can you talk about this battle that you guys, came up just a little bit short, but yet you had a 44-point production tonight?
I mean, it was a fun game. Obviously, a lot of action down the stretch, and we were just on the wrong side of a couple big shots, by Danny Green at the end of regulation, and obviously Manu at the end of the double overtime. So it's a tough loss for us. Another, chance to hold on to a big lead. In the fourth quarter, they made a lot of plays down the stretch. We got a little cold on the offensive end, but gave up too many easy transition baskets in the fourth quarter that allowed them confidence and got the crowd back into it. So just a tough game.
Talk about the emotion in the locker room and how you move forward from this one.
We had a heartbreaker game 1 of last series. A last-second layup by Andre Miller. So we've been here before. Obviously, you don't want to experience this feeling again, but we know how to come back. We've been a resilient team all year, and we know how to turn it back on come next game 2 and try to get another win or a win on the road. So I have an opportunity to go 1-1. We still understand that we have a chance to do that, and we got to focus and try to bounce back quick.
Steph, the last 2 fourth quarters you guys have played have been kind of shaky. Is it a mental barrier for you guys trying to close out the games, or is it just a matter of missing shots at the wrong time?
A little bit of both. Obviously, if you hit shots, it kind of makes up for a lot of mistakes on the other end. But for us, I think it was a compound of missing shots and then having mistakes on the defensive end, allowing them easy buckets that just that's a double whammy, especially at home. I mean, on the road against a good team like the Spurs that are so smart and savvy and take advantage of opportunities like that. So a little bit of both, but we'll continue to learn and continue to go through these tough experiences and get better as a team. But we feel like we're in good shape right now.
Steph, can you talk about the starts of the games, having difficulties in the players' play, then all of a sudden in the second half, you seem to turn up again tonight, third quarter, hitting shots all over the place. Can you talk about the transition between the first half and the second half for you?
I still don't, have a good explanation for it. I have the same mindset when I start the game, just trying to be aggressive, take shots that I think I can make and that are in our offense. It was a little cold to start the night, but second quarter I got a little rhythm, just didn't take many shots. And the third quarter was possession after possession. I found myself in my playmaking zones. Obviously, I hit a lot of some tough threes in transition off our pick and roll that got my rhythm going. So it's just been a recurring theme that third quarter. I've been playing well. I don't know what it is, but hopefully it continues.
If they tried a lot of different assignments and defensive looks on you, what was it in the fourth quarter and overtimes that seemed to make it more difficult for you to get good looks?
I think we got too predictable. It's not coach was calling a pick and rolls that were working all game, but we just didn't have much movement on the backside. And if they know what you're running and they're able to funnel you where they want you, it's tough to make plays, and you just got to, obviously we made shots, it would seem like it was working, but a couple of possessions down the stretch, under 4 minutes, we had to take some tough shots late in the clock on pick and rolls where they were funneling us into traps and making us take tough shots. So we just got to continue our ball movement and our body movement as a group. Regardless if we're up 18 with 4, 5, 6 minutes to go, or if it's early in the game, trying to get a rhythm.
Playing so many minutes, Steph, how did you feel as the game wore on? Did you wear down a little bit, or?
I started feeling the first overtime. I had a step back and my legs just weren't there. But you got to find another gear, and obviously you have time on the clock and possessions to play, and you got to find a way to be impactful. But 57 minutes, that's the most I think I've played in my career. So I actually felt decent the whole fourth quarter and that second overtime, trying to get my second win as I try to get over that hump. But we got 48 hours to hopefully get ready for Wednesday.
Kawhi Leonard and his length, did it bother you a little bit more than say Tony or Danny or Corey Joseph?
Well, you can't. It's tough to shoot over him. You got to create space, and they did a good job. They drew a charge one time where I could go by Kawhi, but they had help waiting on the backside. So I look at the film and see what he did well late in that game to disrupt our timing and my rhythm. But in the overtimes, I was able to find some shots and continue to be aggressive. So I felt like we had good possessions when the ball was in my hands and in Jack hands as well. So. Like I said, we feel confident about where we are. A couple shots, don't go down. We're 1-0 right now, so not go stress too much about it.
Steph, 2 games in a row, like you said earlier, you guys have kind of almost fallen apart, or did tonight, kind of in the fourth quarter. Is that starting to be a concern that closing games is something that's been an issue?
You got to address it at this point. A closeout game at home against Denver, you have basically the same situation. Up 16 with 6 minutes to go, that should be a guaranteed win if you take care of what you need to take care of. Obviously, like tonight, they hit some huge threes to get themselves back in the game. But at some point, it's something we're doing wrong that allows them, that momentum and the opportunity to make it a game down the stretch. So we have to study the film again and address it because, like I said, we feel good about where we are. So if the situation comes up again, you don't want to squander another lead. And sense of the urgency right now is huge.